What's going on? This is Legend Nova, all about the kick. Subscribe to the channel. Put a like on the button. If you feeling and liking the shit I'm saying, put a like on the button. If you don't like what I'm saying, put a dislike on the video. I don't give up. Anyway, but thanks for all my subscribers for watching my video, man. Thanks for the love, man. I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to a story. It's not that it's serious, but it's not that serious. We've been waiting for this album to come out, and this dude is one of the greatest rappers. He's in my top 10 rappers of the decade, man. Mid-90s, 2000s, mid-2000s. He haven't put music out in like 8-9 years. Last time when he came out with didn't do that good. He did an independent album. It didn't really do that good. It was okay, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't better than his 5 classic albums that he had. This guy had 5 #1 albums in the world. 5 #1. His first 3 albums went 5 times platinum. His other 2 albums went platinum and a half, 1.5 million on the last 2 albums. Then he came out with a 6th album that only sold 400,000 copies. And then after that, he started getting in more trouble. Drugs, dude, you know how that goes. We talking about DMX, the legend, the nigga after Tupac, the dude who took time to write the best lyrics he could write, would sell more albums than Jay-Z at the time. You couldn't fuck with X. When I was in middle school, when Bad Boys was on fire. When I said Bad Boys was on fire, this was time that Biggie died. Where you had the No Way Out, know about the Benjamins album out. You had the Mace album came out. Then you had a lot of shit. I can't remember all the albums came out, but definitely them 3. You had a little Kim shit came out. You had fucking bangers at the bangers. Diddy was on fire. Like you couldn't, if you touched him, you were caught on fire. That's how fire that motherfucker Diddy was. But DMX, man, was on a lot of featuring albums in '97. I'm going to give you a few that was classic songs that right now you can play them in the club. He was on 24 Hours to Live before his album came out. That's the Mace joint on the Hollywood album. Came up with the video with the Locks. Fire, classic song. Then he came out with the LL Cool J song. Banging song. Him, Redman, Method Man, and Cannabis. That's where the LL Cool J beef started because LL Cool J went sick. Went on that song and killed that shit. X was on Mad People albums in '97. He came out in '98 with 2 singles. Get At Me Dog. And he came out with another song. I can't think of the name of it right now. And then he came out with 3 more singles after that. The dude was on fire. The whole summer, only thing you heard was DMX and Big Pun. That whole fucking summer. When the fall came, Jay-Z came up with Volume 2, Harlem Night, Can I Get a What, Money, Spec, Hoes, all them fucking songs. And Jay-Z had the fall season. But X wasn't done yet. X wasn't done. When I was in middle school, my boy said X coming out with a new album. I said, nigga, he just came out with a fucking album. What do you mean he just coming out with an album? He said he trying to do the Tupac thing. 2 #1 albums in 1 year. I said, oh, shit. He gonna do the Tupac thing? Or he gonna go #1? Because he was still hot. The boy was on fire. He was on fucking fire. He was on MTV murdering motherfuckers, doing everything. So, came out with Flesh My Flesh, Blood My Blood. The nigga didn't have no video out. The album came out in December. He didn't shoot a video until March. Slipping, Falling, Can't Get Up. That was the first single of the album. That single came out on the box. A lot of y'all niggas don't know what the box is. It used to be a box that you could pay $1.99 to keep playing the same old video. Or you could shoot a video and put it on the box and pay $1.99 and just have people keep paying $1.99 to watch the video. And that's how Ja Rule got signed and all them people. I wish that shit was lit back in the day. I used to watch that shit all the time. That and BET was the shit. Now BET is trash. So DMX came up with Flesh My Flesh, Blood My Blood. Classic album again. Killed it again. Swiss Beats did like 11 tracks on the album. I think it was like 16 tracks. Swiss Beats did 11. And that album was a classic. You know what I mean? He's still selling albums, but he's still selling more than Jay-Z. Jay-Z only doing 3. Ed's doing 5. Volume 2 on Jay-Z, he did 6 million. But Ed was just on fire. You couldn't fuck with him. And here comes Ja Rule. Ja Rule came with Can I Get a What? Now, that y'all might not know, but that was Ja Rule's song. That supposed to have been his first single of the album. But Gotti did the beat. And Jay wanted it. Him and Jay was tight too, so he gave it to Jay. And he told, look, you got to put Ja Rule on the feature. And that's how Ja Rule got on the feature. But that supposed to have been Ja Rule's song for his album. Can't think of the first album he came out with. He had a song called Holla Holla. You know what I mean? So that album was dope. Actually, that was like Ja Rule gangster album right there. His rest of his albums was like basically singing and all that shit. But that was like his gangster album. Like, if you want to call it gangster New York album, that was it. Ja Rule. The album was fire. DMX and Jay-Z had some songs up there. Actually, Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule supposed to come out with an album, but niggas was fighting niggas was a fight, but niggas was arguing who's the best and all this. Y'all all was dope. Ja Rule was just coming into the womb, man. But Eds and DMX was ready on fire. They already did the fucking tour already with Cash Money. They killed it. But right now, the IRS, the government, fucking with DMX again. They saying that DMX owed $250,000. They got a warrant for his fucking arrest. He just gave y'all $2 million. He just got out of jail. Less than a year ago. And now y'all trying to put the nigga back in jail again for $250,000? Only thing DMX gotta do is just go on tour. But he can't go on tour right now because all this shit going on. But when he go on tour, he could do like maybe 5 or 6 shows and he could pay it off. But the government is just a piece of shit. They take all the taxes out your money. They take all your fucking money. And they don't tell you you owe us money. They let that shit build up. They let the shit build up to 10,000, 15,000. Then they want to come and get you, arrest you, put you in jail and all that shit. The government ain't nothing but a fucking scam. Uncle Sam, whatever the fuck you want to call him, is a piece of shit. Leave Eds alone. He just got out of jail, my nigga. He just signed a major deal with Def Jam again. I don't know how many albums he did. It could be 2. But it's good to see him back where he came from. He should have never left and went to Colombia anyway. Colombia don't know how to promote rappers. Only rapper they know how to promote was Nas. Everybody else who went over there as a rapper, flop. Everybody. You know, everybody. You're not can't add JD because JD has his own label, So Def. You can't say, okay, Bow Wow was up there. Bow Wow was on Colombia too. But he was on So Def. So you could just say them 2 rappers was the only 2 that made it out of the Columbia Records, man. Columbia Records is a pop label, rock label. They don't really have that many hip-hop artists over there. They maybe do now, I don't know. But back in the 90s, they didn't have that many. You know what I'm saying? But Eds was one of the greatest rappers of all time, but the motherfucker couldn't stay off the drugs. He couldn't stop fucking bitches without condoms. He got like 16, 17 kids. That shit's out of control, my dude. There's nothing you can do about that shit now. You know what I'm saying? And this point is, I'm like, damn, Eds, my nigga. Like, if you did not do all this drugs or did any of this situation, my nigga, you will be with Jay-Z at right now. Because you passed Jay-Z through the first 4 or 5 years. You had passed Jay-Z. Jay-Z was only selling 3 million albums in the United States and America. Every album Jay-Z came out with, he sold 3 million. Only album that Jay-Z sold over 3 million was the Black Album, Volume 2. But if you add Volume 3, he sold 2.5. Blueprint 2, he sold 2.5. Blueprint 1, he sold 2. Fucking the Volume 1, he did 1.5. The greatest album that he ever came out with in 90 cents, he sold 1 million. You feel what I'm saying? Blueprint 3, 2 million. So his biggest albums is Volume 2, 6 million. And the Black Album, 4.5 million. You know what I mean? I Googled this shit. I've been knew this shit for years ago. And he maybe sold more now because it's over 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 15, 20 years ago. So, if Eds didn't do the things he did, like drugs and getting all these women pregnant, Eds would be the same spot where Jay-Z is at. Period. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. X was too smart, too much a genius. You know what I mean? And then he had his own label. And his own label, he had some good people, man. You know what I'm saying? He had Young Bird. He go as the hit maker now. And Young Bird could rap. Y'all motherfuckers could say, oh, he got his chain took in 2008. You know, for the niggas in Detroit. He got beat up. Yeah, he took a lot of L's. But look how much money that nigga making now. Look how much money the Young Bird making right now. Doing beats, writing hooks, writing songs. The dude is a beast. He don't even want to rap no more. He just stay behind the scenes because the money behind the scenes is more money as to being a rapper sometimes. DMX signed him when he was 14. If X would have got that label started, God put you in the same place. You know, God put you where you need to be. But I'm just saying, like, X would have had that label fucking popping, but he just kept on doing drugs. Couldn't stay off the pipe. Couldn't stay off the Hennessy. Didn't want to go to the studio no more. Started fucking up his career. DMX's career started going down in 2006. Came out with his album. He went number 2. I think he sold like 142,000 copies. And then he didn't sell no more albums of that. So he's almost gold. But that's 15 years ago, man. But I'm waiting for this album to come out. I hope he don't go to jail. I hope they just give him like a slap on the wrist. And I just hope that, you know what I'm saying, that X is cool, man. Because that's one of my top 10 rappers of all time. If you think DNS is one of your top 10 rappers of all time, please leave a comment. Because X is a beast. See them in concert, the dude give you a good fucking show. A lot of these rappers don't give you a good show. So he put the work in, the time in, he got trained, and the dude's a genius, man. I just want this album to come out. I don't know when it's gonna come out. There's no date. But I'm playing about maybe 2021, maybe 2020. But I'm just happy he signed back with Def Jam last year. And now we can get this shit rolling. But listen, man, subscribe to the channel. If you like DMX, please leave a comment and tell me what's your favorite DNS song that made you get rowdy and make you want to fucking smack a nigga in the face. Let me know. Leave a comment if you watch this whole video. Deuces, one love. I'm out of here.